Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Saturday, August 2nd, 2025. Let's figure out what's going on in this market. Lots to talk about. Okay, yesterday we had just an explosion in gold prices, up $73 to 3,361, and silver up 33 cents to 36.96. I think the ask is over 37. So it did settle out there around 37, but it could not keep up with Big Brother Gold. Okay, in the silver futures market, we have, let's go to September futures, 37.10, October futures, 37.26. So pretty narrow spread there between spot and futures. Gold silver ratio edging up a little bit higher than 90, 90.779. And again, that's silver trying to catch up with gold, but with increased geopolitical tensions, some very serious things going around the world lately, saber rattling, etc. Gold is catching a double bid. It is catching a bid from the lower dollar and catching a bid from increased geopolitics. All right, and the 10-year, well, that is also what I'm talking about. The 10-year plummeted down 14 basis points to 4.216. Why did that happen? In the economic calendar, well, I'll get to that in a second. We just had an extremely weak labor report come out from the government with a massive revision downwards to employment, and then also missed estimates for the back month by quite a bit as well. Weakening labor market, weakening 10-year yields, and that gives you a weakening dollar. The dollar down to 98.68, down 1.37%. Look at that. So the dollar was cooking the shorts. Everybody thought the dollar was going down, and the shorts kept getting busted and busted until they probably all covered. And then we had that weak labor report, and the dollar just plummeted. And you can see it went right up to 100, and it could not get past 100, and now has resumed its downtrend, and it's pretty significant downtrend. Let's see, on a 6-month chart, yeah, you can't really quite see it there, but if that's the best the dollar can do, it looks like it's going lower, which is constructive for metals. Okay, also tariff stories, roiled copper the other day, bringing it down from, my God, what was it, 560 something down to 474. Biggest drop in copper, I think, ever. And that's why you just got to watch out for these stories. The stories come in, the stories go out, and now we're in a very mixed bag of what carries a tariff and what does not carry a tariff. So I won't go into that deeply here, but for now, just assume tariffs are off on copper, and that ruined the copper market. Also took down the platinum market in sympathy. But platinum trying to come back here after being as high as, was that about 1471 in the futures market a couple weeks ago. Now we are at 1320, bouncing off a low of 1272. Again, these are futures prices. Spot prices for platinum are 1315 at the moment. Okay, so platinum is buyable here. I think easy run back to 1500 when it starts getting its mojo back. Where am I? There's the economic calendar, and what do we got going on next week? Nothing on Monday. Tuesday, trade balance, Case-Shiller home price index. I don't think that'll be pretty. And consumer confidence. I think consumers have been a little more confident lately. I'm not sure why, as more people are losing their jobs, but I guess if you haven't lost yours, you're confident. Job openings, wait a minute, that's last week. I'm sorry, hold on one second. Let's go to next week. Now I am in August. Let's see, factory orders on Monday, trade deficit on Tuesday, PMI, ISM, Thursday, initial jobless claims, and we'll have to see what happens on Thursday. But I think that that massive negative revision to government statistics tells you which way the economy is heading. And the stock market, I didn't pull up the stock market, but let's go ahead and look at what the stock market did. Yesterday, yeah, almost missed this. Dow was down 600 points. S&P down 111, 1.74%. NASDAQ down 495. And Bitcoin, which was dropping, I think, before the market even started dropping here. Bitcoin down to 113,670. But dip buyers have been rewarded lately, and I expect the dip buyers will come back even in the face of a weakening economy because they'll be expecting lower rates. But those lower rates, I don't think will be on the. I don't think they'll be on the 10-year in the long run. I do think the 10-year moves higher in the long run, but consensus seems to be the 10-year is dropping. But it's going to be trapped in here. It can't go that low with this big a deficit and debt load. All right, now, before we get to the deals, I'm on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. Feel free to go over there and click along with me. Welcome, new viewers, subscribers, and members. Good to have you here. And we look at these prices every day, try to find the best price we can for silver and gold. And I'm sponsored by No Bullion Dealers. Before we do that, the question of the day. And this is the newbie question of the day, but it's not going to be newbie advice. It's actually going to be old bee advice. Okay, I know some of you guys are older out there like me, and you have to think about estate planning. Well, I was at the attorney yesterday, and we were working through our trust for the kids. You know, what happens if we both pass away. And worst possible scenario would be if, you know, my wife and I both died in a fiery car crash. I know some of you were saying, yay, get rid of that guy. No, but anyway, you need to have some planning and a trust. A trust is the best way to do that, in my opinion, a revocable trust in case something happens and you want to change it. But yeah, we were sitting there going over the trust with the attorney, and I think some of you probably are wondering about, you know, what to do with your metals when you die. So anyway, we're sitting there, we're talking about, you know, how to distribute the self-directed IRAs and the house and whatnot, and came up with a pretty good plan, I think. But then my wife says, what about the gold? And the guy looks at me, like, he gives me a big old stare, and I'm like, thanks, honey. And he goes, I have one. This is an attorney talking. Okay, my advice to you, treasure map. So even financial advisors and experts do not recommend putting that stuff in your will, your trust. If you got it all loaded in an IRA or something, well, you're screwed. You're going to distribute that with taxes. And it's all above board. But anyway, yeah, he said treasure map. But anyway, if you're getting older like me and you haven't put your stuff in a trust, you do not want your estate to go to probate, guys. And a will put you into probate and have the kids waiting forever. So put a trust together. It generates some questions and some answers that you really need to grapple with if you think you're going to leave any amount of wealth to your kids. Okay, let's move on to the deals. Everything more expensive today than it was yesterday, so we'll start with a 1/100th teeny little piece of gold, $43 at SD Bullion. If you want that a 1 gram gold in assay, 126. Out of assay, it'll be a little cheaper. And if you haven't shopped the new customer deal at bullion.com, it's 108. Yes, the premiums are very high for 1 gram gold. Let me go up to a 1/10 gold eagle, and that is 373 at Monument Metals. I'm going to do a 1/4 ounce eagle. That is 887 at Safe Haven. Everything's brilliant, uncirculated, unless I say otherwise. 887, compare it to the price on this 1/4 ounce Krugerrand at 857. Do you see how much money you save by downgrading here to foreign gold? Just some food for thought there, but some of you like to roll with the good stuff. Okay, let's do a $5 commemorative, about the same price as a 10 peso. I'd get the $5 US gold commemorative, BU or proof. They're going to be pretty coins. 833.241 ounces of gold. Let me go up to the half Krugerrand. Is that cheap as well? That is 1711 at Bullion Exchanges. And if you want a half-ounce Gold Eagle, that is going to be $17.29. In that case, I'd get the Gold Eagle every day of the week. A 1-ounce Gold Eagle is going to be $34.13 at bullion exchanges, and we'll try to beat these prices on eBay in just a minute. The big 1.85 gold proof set is out of stock. Yeah, I've been telling you guys, man, that's been a screaming friggin' deal, and people just gobbled those up when spot was lower. Let's move on to St. Gaudens Double Eagle, very pretty, authenticated here, MS63, 3,376 over at SD Bullion, but cheaper out of the slab. A Krugerrand, which ought to also be a round spot, 33.75 at Bullion Exchanges. And gold below spot, here's some stuff, some messed up gold if you're looking for that. You can get a jewelry grade, which will be all scratched up on the perimeter and probably polished in the middle, 32.63 for a jewelry grade Double Eagle. And what else we got here? We got a gold maple with abrasions, 33.74, but and we got a sovereign at 7.93. I don't know about those. Okay, let's keep going here, and we're going to move up to, what do we want here? Platinum, if you're buying platinum, I guess. These are kind of pricey. I have something else to show you here in the platinum market. This is new to my attention. Bullion Exchanges has a 25-gram platinum PAMP bar pack. I call these a multi-pack. You can bust those off and sell them individually. $12.45. Now that's not too bad considering it's fractional platinum. And you better believe, the platinum buying has not subsided. Gold has not really come down much. And platinum is an alternative to gold, especially in China, where Chinese consumers have started buying platinum. And we got a nice hit on it to take the top off that market. So you may want to consider something like that, especially if you're looking for platinum, divisible platinum. I bet if you look for these individually on eBay, they'd be much more expensive. Here is a member recommended site for goldbacks. Okay, this is goldback.com, and I just have to confess, I don't really know anything about goldbacks. I think the premiums are about 100% in terms of the gold that is contained, and I don't even think that gold is recoverable, so this is a collector item. But I do like engravings. Personally, I would buy historic U.S. currency if I wanted to pick up beautiful old engravings. That's probably where they're picking up some of these images from anyway. But goldbacks, they do have gold in them, and they are collectible, and there's a big market for it. And if you want to check that out, feel free to go through there and look what's new. They are also, you can also exchange them and use them for some goods and services. I won't get into that, but I thought I'd put that link on the website for those of you that are deep into that. You can check out what's new. Okay, let's go on to Silver Eagles, and still a great price on Eagles. 40.38 for BU Eagles at Bullion Exchanges. I suggest if you're buying silver, don't forget your Silver Eagles. Culls are very cheap over at Bullion Exchanges, 39.48. Well, not very cheap. I'd get the BUs over the Culls at that price. I actually thought they were a little less. Let's move on here through the stories of the day. Nothing new to tell you. We got a maple over at Bullion Exchanges, 39.18, second best coin in the world. We got a kangaroo at 39.93 at Hero, a Britannia at 40.13 at Hero, and a Krugerrand at 39.65 at Monument Metals, all brilliant uncirculated. And if you're looking for a lesser quality, those will be cheaper, but I try to stick with the BUs here. What do I want to show you? We got lots of privies. I won't go into the privies. Let's see, and the Army privy is completely sold out now. Sacagawea is sold out, but they are dribbling out a few very early in the morning. Sunflower Liberty is coming up here soon in August, I believe. That'll be a hot one, but I don't think they have indicated the mintage yet. No, they have not. So I'm hoping they keep that mintage low. Over at Costco, well, prices will be higher than yesterday, but what do we got? We got a 1 ounce gold bar, $33.99. We got a silver bar at $4.09. They raised the price on that. We got a Rand bar at $33.99. This combi pack is this only 10 Arger Heraeus. I think it's a little too pricey for me. And big gold, I recommend you completely avoid big gold. Are you out of your mind? How are you going to sell that thing? I don't know why people buy big gold when you can buy multiples of small gold, and you're not really saving anything on the big gold. It is, it's so hard to sell. Anyway, and then use your Executive Club membership and a 2% rebate credit card, and you'll be in like Flynn. Okay, junk is still right around spot in a smaller lot over at Hero, 26.55, and the big lot is cheaper over at Bullion Exchanges at 26.15. Been cheaper every day on eBay. We'll get to that in a minute. Let's see, I'll skip the Mercs today. If you want 20 silver buffaloes, 38.28 at bullion.com, and they look to be new, I think. What else we got here? How about Golden State Mint? Any deals? 38.19, not too bad. And those will probably be new. Yeah, they look to be new, and I don't know, what is that? It's a bull bear round. Always gravitate to the buffaloes when you're buying rounds, but the differential will be minuscule. They'll probably pay you a little bit more for a buffalo, or they may not. Anyway, this one is only $38.19. Wow, that is a smoking deal there. If you don't hate that coin, I do hate that coin, that round. What else you got? Yeah, here's the buffalo, $38.49. So you can see, whatever, 30-cent differential. People want the buffaloes. People recognize the buffaloes. Golden State Mint buffalo is a nice quality buffalo. You'll really like those, and that's a great price. Let's keep moving here, and let me get to the, I don't know, I'll go to a kilo. This is actually pretty darn cheap at $12.09 Bullion Exchanges. Pretty darn cheap. Okay, and now we're on eBay. Let's get some better prices. We're going to use our PayPal credit card or our American Express Everyday Cash for 3% rebates. Then you include that in the price, and you'll see you can get some better deals. The more you spend, the bigger your savings typically. But let's do a small tube of Silver Eagles. Oh, there's that. See, currency. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. I'd much rather have that than a gold back. Now I would get one in a better quality than that, even if it was $1,000, but something like that ain't going to go down in price. Well, I don't think. Anyway, let's get on to Silver Eagles. Silver Eagles are going for Culls $7.95. Let's go to the BUs. BU Silver Eagle 20 in a tube, 2013, and that is a smallish seller. But I showed you this yesterday, and that'd be worth taking a chance on. And let's see. So let's say you get it for 800, you get it for 40, you get it for under 39 with a 3% rebate. That looks okay to me. I could take a stab at that. Let's go to bigger lots. 100 lot for BU and 4074, about 39.50 out the door. I believe that beats the dealer if you want to buy a big old lot of Silver Eagles, and I think you can accumulate them right here. That's not a bad premium. All right, the rotation. Let's see, today we got a good deal yesterday. $1,000 on Maples. Tube of Britannias are $1,000. Tube of Kangaroos are 1,017. Tube of Krugerrands are 1,017. I think 1,003 was the lowest price, and at least we're not off the chart anymore, right? You know how much silver fell recently, but about $1,000 is about 38.80 out the door with a 3% rebate. So you could do that. And what else we got? I always skip the Philharmonics. Those can be cheap as well, kind of an unloved coin. And, I've completely forgotten about the Noah's Ark coin from, where's the Noah's Ark coin from? Oh, I can't recall. Let's see. The Philharmonic is $7.94, so that would be about, I'm going to call it $40. That'd be about $38.90 out the door, so that'd be an okay price as well on BU Philharmonics. Nothing wrong with those coins. They're very interchangeable. Eagle is number one, Maple is number two. All the rest are just number three and should have equivalent buy prices at the dealer. Let's go on to what's a 5-ounce lib going for? 5-ounce Libertad is going for, that's a proof for 235. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with this? 5-ounce proof for 235 takes the best offer. Is that hazing? Is that coin impaired? Libertad uncirculated. Uncirculated? You said it was a proof. Encapsulated. Does it call it BU? Libertad 5-ounce silver proof. I can't tell if that is spotting or not. The proof Libertads spot like crazy. Be careful with those guys. Let's keep going to why I came. 243. Woo. That's nice price. Nice price on the 5-ounce libs. And look, they're charging more for the 240 to the 2024. 2023 is lower mintage. I think I got mine around 180, so that's money in the bank, huh? Okay, let's keep going here. Kilo. And a kilo, it's about 1,200 out the door. That's about a push with the dealer. What else we got here? Vintage bar of the day. Look at that. Oh my God. Dingy, dirty. Hasn't been touched. Oh man, don't buy this one. It's too expensive. But this is a Hoffman and Hoffman. Just look at the patina on that thing. And I think that's from the 80s. I don't... no, it's an odd weight. Could be from the early 80s. Hoffman and Hoffman is a very collectible vintage ingot. And then here's another one you want to see collectible. How about $2,000 an ounce? This is some kind of commemorative bar from the Yellow Jacket, Colorado mint and mine. And let's see if we can get you. Look at that. Yellow Jacket Mill and Bullion Mine, Colorado. Man, whoever stamped that really had their act together. I don't even know how they did that. I don't even know how you would stamp on the corner of a bar like that. But they did. The craftsmanship on some of these old ingots. Anyway, that was probably given away to somebody in the 50s. I mean, I'm just guessing. Anyway, $2,000 an ounce for that bad boy. Yeah, you want something nobody else has got? Check that out. And if you really want to have fun with silver ingots, let's see, ha.com. Heritage Auctions. Okay, check this out. Since we're just screwing around today, right? There's no rush. Silver ingot. And let's see what we got here. Okay, here we have some of these old ingots. Mid-South Smelters, Brandon, Missouri, 13 ounces. I won't even give you the prices. They're going to be in the thousands of dollars. There's a Bombay ingot. There's a San Francisco Mint ingot. I actually have one of those. Here's another one, strip cast San Francisco ingot. Dutch Colony. I mean, you can find 1,000-year-old silver at Heritage Auction. Here is some Golden Fleece. Saltwater damage. Oh, that's a buried treasure. 4 reals. Look at that. You want to go crazy, go on to Heritage Auctions. But you guys with lots of money, don't get hooked. Don't get hooked on Heritage. He just that ain't stacking. Okay, let's go on to 1 ounce round. 1 ounce round under 37 out the. Wait a minute, that's not right. No shit. Whoa, look at that. Are they new? Oh my God. What's the quality? Oh my God, my eyes are blurry. It's so early in the morning, guys. They don't even say secondary market. Wow, look at that. Now use your unlimited credit card, your PayPal credit card, you guys with a $20,000 limit, and you're going to pick these up under 37 an ounce. That's going to be under spot for what, look, you probably won't get buffaloes, but you might. They look to be new. Double check that listing, but that's a great deal on silver if you're okay with $37 silver. I think you should be. Wow, look at how low those prices are. Very cool. 20-ounce lot is going to be, well, here's the math. 35 and 3, 38.50. These are about 37.50, 37.40 out the door. Secondary market, but that big lot, man, that was juicy. Okay, 100-ounce bar. Well, if you can't beat that, we're going to go with the 1 ounce, right? Look at these. Wow, what's that? What are they doing with their silver? They are blowing it out, dudes. So this is going to be under 37 for 100. Oh, well, actually, no cheaper than the 1 ounce rounds. Always go with the 1 ounce rounds over the 100-ounce bars. They'll be very easy to sell. Let's see. Whoa, man, I ain't going to beat that. I'm going to skip the Morgans and the Peace dollars. If you want to know how the Army Privy Eagle is doing, it is a winner chicken dinner. Now, you guys that are rushing out to sell these, recognize there's 100,000 of them recently sold, and I don't know, maybe 10% of those are people that plan to resell them. Maybe more, I don't really know. But, you know, I don't know why people, you know, buy a valuable coin like this one and rush out to sell it just when everybody else is selling it. Now, if this were some off-quality mint with a John Wick on it or something like that, you know, yeah, you sell those fast. But something that's got legs, like an Army Privy Eagle or even the Sacagawea coin, I'm not sure why some of you rush out to sell it when the prices are the lowest. Prices are the lowest on eBay typically when everybody gets theirs, because most people don't want to pre-sell. They're usually high when they first release on the pre-sales, then they drop when everybody gets their coin and everybody sells it. Then you let it breathe a month or 2 or 6, like I did with the gold flowing hair, and then you can recognize your profits. Okay, that's my thought, but only with really good coins. And I'm not saying Sacagawea is going to be a barn burner, but I think it's worth $2,900 in the aftermarket after a while. Okay, let's do gold, and let's do 1/10 gold. 1/10 gold this morning as cheap as 365 minus 3%. 1/10 gold eagle as cheap as 376. No, 376. Is that for real? BU Gold Eagle 376, about 365 out the door. You can click these links on eBay to find these exact sorts, and it really helps my channel when you buy stuff to click my links. That's how I keep funding the website. That's okay. That's a 1/10 Gold Eagle. Let's move up to something bigger. Let's go to a 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle. Those have been good deals lately. 1/4 ounce Gold Eagle, $8.95 minus 3%. You can check it to the dealer price above. 1/2 ounce random gold. Let's get past the ugly head coins and the shot and go to no, don't want the children dancing around the world. 1/2 ounce random mint, 1767. Then that would be about $50 off, about 1720 out the door, about 34.40 melt on those random sovereign golds. Maybe we can do better. Let's go to 1 ounce random gold. 1 ounce random gold. If you're buying big gold, and only people with money are buying big gold anymore. Let's see. But we're finding, you know, plenty of fractional gold. See, that'll be a scam. 3,200, obviously. 3,200. Those will be scams. Get over the shot, and we ought to come up with something right about there. You got a Krugerrand at about 3,300 out, at about 3,330 out the door. That'll be under melt on the Krugerrand from bullion.com. Pretty good deal. 34.42. Let's see. That would easily be $100 off. Let's see. Over $100 off. That'd be about 33.35, and spot is 33.61 under melt on that one. That's a good buy right there for a Krugerrand, and extra $10 off. Oh, you got to buy 3 of them. Well, who's got 10 grand lying around? Holy mackerel. Yeah, and all the bills are coming due, right? All that stuff you bought, all the stuff at the U.S. Mint, they're starting to charge your credit card, stuff you bought on eBay. Yeah, man, you gotta fund it. Gotta fund it. If you don't have the cash, then you're just talking trash. Okay, let's go up to a 1.85 set. Are these on eBay still? Yeah, so not that different a price after 3% off. If you missed the boat on those, you can still get one of these from BGASC. That would be about 6,400 out the door, but still a good price for a proof gold set. And the Buffalo is going to be pricey at about 34.40 out the door. Let's move on to the $5 commemorative, and that is 849 minus 3%. What else we got? The Big Daddy Peso has been very reasonable, 41.98 on that. Oh man, nearly a couple $100 off. That is 1.21 ounces of gold. That's also a good buy if you have good big money. Your buy sell spread will be very good on that. Probably you'll get 2% back a spot, and this is very close to spot. So a good way to keep pulling your horns. If you're not sure what to buy, cheap gold, nothing wrong with it. You won't get burned on the premium buy sell spread. Gold flowing hair, cheapest one of those you can pick up is $49.99 for the booby prize, PF69. And the way to hold on to your coins is keep them in the sealed box, guys, if you're going to resell them. Sacagawea and lowest price on eBay is now $26.95. And I'm not sure where you'll find that cheaper. Okay, well, at the U.S. Mint, very early in the morning, probably pick one up. All right, there's stuff in my eBay store. Feel free to ask me for a friend discount if you see something you like. Mostly odd and collectible stuff, and some bullion. And we got bars I pour, precious metals verifier, vacuum sealer, and a way to refine those big bars. The Amex card I like, the PayPal card I like, the Quicksilver card I like, the Sabre card from Capital One for groceries I like. Let's see, Capital One card is only 1.5% cash back, just so you know. And former picks of the day, too much. Can't go through it all. You can support my work with a cup of coffee. I do appreciate that if I'm making you money. And you can subscribe to the Inner Circle membership Stacker channel, Stacker family, $4.99 a month to do that. And you can get unlimited access to me and maybe one of my poured bars if you guys are looking to pick one of those up, which I do in the shed, in the back, in my spare time. Okay, and what else we got there? I think that is just about it. Don't forget the chat room if you want to see what the smart guys there are doing. And I guess that's about it. Okay, I could keep talking, but I think I'll stop. Hope you guys have a great day. Lots of good deals for you there to pick up from if you are encouraged by silver and gold. And we got a high GSR. We got silver taking the biggest hit it's had in quite a long time. We got gold recovering. We got Sabre rattling all over the world. And if you haven't been buying or you got a itty bitty stack, I think you could buy here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye now.